There were 5 preseason games. That seems
All right,
completely
here
unnecessary.
we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this early Saturday post-game show. Another edition of Knicks Fan TV's post-game live. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel. The 2-game set out in the desert of Abu Dhabi is over, and game 2 goes to the good guys again, man. The Knicks beat the Sixers 112-104 in a 2-game sweep in Abu Dhabi, man. Let's overreact to it all. CP the Fanchise, Alex Trataros in the building. Special guest. He's a KFTV Day 1, man. Host of the All In podcast. Spectacular podcast. Host of This Week in Startups. Entrepreneur extraordinaire, investor extraordinaire. Jay Cal is with us live on the video.
Die-hard Knicks fan.
Let's go. Let's go. Die-hard Knicks fan, most importantly. Jason Calacanis in the building. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Let's get right into it, man. Fellas, how we feeling, man? Happy Saturday, man.
Happy Saturday.
Yeah.
We got Knicks basketball. It's coming back, man.
Yeah.
Dude, look, it's time to be excited, man. Especially if you're liking what you're seeing from this new led Mike Brown team. I mean, look, you got ball movement. Guys are finding each other off of cuts. Mitchell Robinson getting back-to-back touches, man.
Mitchie's looking good, man. Mitchie's looking good.
There's a lot to be excited about it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Jay Cal, what were some of your takeaways from today, the whole series? What do you think so far?
Yeah, well, it's obvious we're going to play a much faster style of basketball with a lot more passes. So, this is the Golden State Knicks is, I think, what we're going to see here. And if you look at that first quarter and how they came out with a lot of intentionality. I was tracking the number of passes, the number of people to touch the ball each possession in that first quarter. We had 2.2 passes per possession, and which means 3.2 people touched it basically each time. That's a lot better. And we didn't see much ISO, no one-on-one. We had 5 fast breaks or outlets, and we scored on 4 of them. If you remember, OG hit that 3 early in the game. Mitch to JB, OG hits the 3. Mitch to JB to Bridges on a fast break, easy layup. And then we had the Mitch alley-oop, Deuce to Clarkson to Mitch. And then fast break, Mitch to Clarkson to OG. OG missed that layup. And then you had the outlet from Jordan Clarkson all the way down to Mitch for the dunk. And so if you look at those 5, Mitch was involved in 3 of them.
Yeah, so they're finding the block that's Monson, man. I like that.
Yeah, they're featuring him. It's pretty obvious that coach wants to feature Mitch, and he wants to get these fast breaks going, and he doesn't want ball stoppers. Only ball stopper I really saw today was Clarkson, who has a little too much mellow over dribbling going on, which is just something I want to point out for the rest of the season. We should keep our eye on.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, another thing. Hey, welcome back to the dog, man. The dog missed game 1 with a little sore hand, comes back, and he didn't miss a beat. Was lightning from downtown. OG Anunoby here. For some reason, my ESPN box score reset. But I think what was OG's line from downtown? I'm missing it here on the ESPN side.
So OG was 3 of 5 from downtown, so he shot 60% today. He was 4 of 7 from the field in total. So 5 of those 7 shots were just threes, and got 13 points, plus 20 in about 17 minutes.
Okay,
and hit both of his free throws. So, dude, I mean, look, missed game 1, looks good.
Yeah,
you don't have Josh Hart today, so I know that we're trying to rest Josh Hart. No need. It's just preseason game. You want to make sure that you manage the back well and all that type of stuff. But part of me is also looking at how Mike Brown is just, one, trying to manage guys so that they're healthy for the regular season, but also trying to take this opportunity to get a look and see what lineups work best. And look, OG out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then you got Yabu coming off the bench. Defensively, that's one of the biggest things that stood out to me today. I know we're playing a 76ers team that is ish, but I like what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, 100%, man. Like, first off, the OG to Mitch Gotham lob was ferocious. And the prospect of having those 2 as your defensive anchors in different rotations, starting rotation first and foremost, to start the season off that way, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be jail, man, between Mitch and OG out there, man.
For sure. And Jake, I got a question for you. Is this, since we have 2 games, I know Josh didn't play today, but even yesterday they put Diarra in the starting rotation.
Yep.
Is it safe to say Josh Hart's coming off the bench this season?
100%. I mean, he's in love with Mitch. It's so clear Coach loves Mitch.
Yeah.
He's going to start him. He's playing. I mean, at one point he had the most minutes in the first half. So I'm not sure how many minutes he ended up with. I think last game was 18, which would be the equivalent, since he didn't play the second half, of 36. And I don't know if we had Mitch playing any 36-minute games last season, nor should we. But the other interesting thing is this Yabu and his defense and his ferociousness. I'm wondering if there's going to be a lineup with him, Mitch, OG, and Bridges, like a lockdown lineup. We have some very nice defensive stops by him, blocks. He's just everywhere, rebounds. So we're going to the concern we all had was, with Tibbs leaving, are we going to slip on defense? I'm cautiously optimistic that we're not going to. And last year, let's face it, we ran a subpar offense. This year, we're going to be an above-average offense. So as long as we maintain the defense, I think we're going to plow through the entire Eastern Conference.
Yeah, man. And you saw, like, first off, Yabusele getting back on the board. The block shot, the 3-pointer to the block shot, which ended in a Bridges conversion on the other end with the lane. That was ferocious. And also, you got to see Yabusele and Towns out there in the front court. So now you can have your 5-out spacing with Yabusele out there. He goes 2 for 2 from downtown and then played some good defense. I thought the squad overall, their overall focus on both ends, but especially on the defensive end, you could see this is a team that they're in a dress rehearsal right now. I like their focus and approach to this game, even though it was a preseason game.
I mean, I don't want to overreact, and I don't want to.
Well, this is what we do here, man. It's Saturday post-game show. Overreact to it, man. Overreact to it, man. Go ahead, man.
I'm going to overreact a little bit, and I just want to get the nickname committee started fresh. As you know, for this season, I've been a member of the nickname committee from the beginning. Of this season, I put myself up for chairman of the nickname committee. An early one, the French Connection, Yabu and Diarra.
Okay.
These two.
Okay.
If
Diarra gets in, if Diarra gets in, for sure.
Diarra's in. That's
for sure.
There's no way to not have this guy on the squad. But the question is, when are they coming off the bench? Are they 7 and 8? Are they 8 and 9? Are they going to cut into Hart's minutes? Deuce is obviously first off the bench, and Deuce and Hart, right? We'd all agree first off the bench. Yeah. And then after that, I think it's Yabu and Diarra. That's what I think is going to go down this season. I think they're 7 and 8. What do you guys think of 6, 7, 8?
It's going to go. Deuce and Clarkson will be the first 2 guards off the bench. I think that's what we've seen so far. Hart will get out there, and then Yabusele. I think it'll be a solid 9. And then how you sprinkle in Clarkson will be interesting. But what I did like today was how they sprinkled in different 3-guard lineups. You had Deuce with Clarkson and Brogdon. You had Deuce, Clarkson, and JB. You had JB, Clarkson, and Brogdon as well. I liked how they sprinkled that in because that allows you to see how do we deploy different playmakers at the guard spot.
Exactly.
With JB playing off ball, you can still play faster, multiple ball handlers, and capable shooters out there as well, once Clarkson gets up to speed.
And that's the great point that's the great point. It's like you want to make sure that you have the playmaking out there. And I think the thing with the second unit is definitely, if you're not going to have Brunson out there, how do you manage that playmaking with Deuce, Clarkson, and Brogdon out there? And look, between those 3 guards, I think you have enough. It's going to be by committee. And I think something that we've seen through these past 2 games is that I know everyone thinks Jordan Clarkson is just a chuck and he's not going to pass the rock. But how about that dime that he had to Mitchell Robinson?
He had
today,
some.
All right.
He had some.
Before the half ended, he had 2 assists the last time I checked. And so the thing about Clarkson is that, yes, he's going to go get his shot. He's going to have the ultimate green-white. That's what he's meant here. That's what he was brought in here to do, to bring scoring off the bench. But I think the underrated aspect of him is that he's going to be a decent playmaker. Not this great playmaker where he's going to be this traditional point guard or anything like that. But he's going to find guys who are open. And what makes it even more crafty for him is that he's got a little wiggle to him, man. He's like a contortionist in the air. Like the way that he found Mitchell Robinson, he just knows how to contort his body to get those passes that you wouldn't normally see from anybody else. So there's going to be some creativity with Clarkson, and hopefully he just embraces that role. But you're going to have enough playmaking between all those guards, as you mentioned, CP.
Yeah, listen, man, you gotta feed the Block Nest monster. I told y'all this before. We're not just out there to run cardio and just get rebounds and play defense. You got to feed the beast. The more you feed him, the more ferocious he's gonna be. Mitch is looking good out there. He chipped in with another 8 rebounds, 6 points for the Block Nest monster. He's filling the lane well, and like J. Cal said, he's getting out in transition. They're finding Mitch in transition right now. That is great, man. He wants to get involved on both ends of the floor, and he's ready to go. Mitch is looking good so far, man.
My big question is going to be this guard rotation off the bench. Brogdon, Deuce, Clarkson, all of them have different aspects of their games. Deuce is obviously undersized. Brogdon just feels the most stable of those three. And Clarkson, I do have the concerns about the ISO, in certain situations in playoff games or God forbid Brunson's out for whatever reason, it's great to have him. But what do you guys think, Brogdon? How does he fit into this? Because he feels the most stable.
Yeah, you could tell he's trying to get his feet under him, especially with this team. I didn't want to see him going too hard out there because he's such an injury liability, man. But again, I think he's number 10 in that 10-man rotation. Because we haven't seen it with this team yet. Adding in a full 10th guy, is he going to play every night? Is it going to be selective nights? Is it based on matchup? Is it based on Brunson load management? It's going to be interesting to see how they sprinkle Brogdon in there, Al. What do you think?
I think it's the last thing that you said. It's Brunson management. Look, even when you watch today, and I know he's been on teams where I would be dejected as well. I mean, you're out in Portland, you're out in teams that are not really competing for anything, Wizards. So now you're now going to be playing for a team that has a really good chance in the Eastern Conference to make it to the ECF and potentially the NBA Finals. So for him, based on what we see today, the guy's got to get back into like game ready shape. I mean, he put up a 3 and I'm like, woof.
Yeah.
Man, it's like, he's like, oh, you see, it's like, whoo, I haven't had to actually use my skills before. But the good thing is that he gives you a good floor game, right? 4 boards today, 1 assist, 1 steal. Did that all in 15 minutes, 16 minutes, I should say, in 7 seconds. Only had 1 turnover. He was a +9 when he was out there, got you 4 points, was able to get like 1 or 2 from the field, and then hits down both of his shots at the free throw line. He's going to be a steady player, but you're not going to need him every single night. I mean, you got if you look at the 9 that we've always talked about, CP and J. Cal, you got Brunson, you're going to have Bridges, you're going to have OG, Cat, and now Mitch. That's looking like the lock as a starting 5. You're going to have McBride. You're going to have Hart. Those guys got to play. Yabu, you just signed him. And Clarkson, you brought him in here too. So those are the 9 guys right there. I don't really see a need to go 10 every single night. But I think depending on your opponent, this is what we didn't see last year and prior years from Tom Thibodeau, is that the goal should not to win every single game and play every guy like north of like 38 minutes in today's NBA, okay, where everyone's just running up and down the court. So if you're looking at a game, if you're looking at the game log, look at the schedule and you see, hey, we got the Wizards coming up. We got these bad teams that we really don't need to go 120%. We're not playing the Cavs, which you probably shorten that lineup and go to 9. Let's go 10. Let's get Brunson and somebody else a little bit more rest. That's where I see Brogdon coming in. But I like for Brogdon's age at this point, he's not that guy that was once on Indiana or Milwaukee. I'm not expecting him to be a big contributor, but I'm expecting him to be that steady hand when you do call his number.
Yeah, totally.
What do you think about bringing the ball up the court? Brunson obviously, is bringing it up every time last season. This season, are we going to see somebody else bring it up the court, and move Brunson over a little bit? I saw Mikal brought it up once or twice, I think, in the first half. But this is another thing I'm wondering, is Brunson adapting to this new expectation that he's going to be moving around off ball. He's going to be getting to the corners. We haven't really seen that too much here, where he's racing to a corner to get an open 3, but we do see that with OG, Mikal, and Diarra. They are positioning themselves. Do you think he can make that adjustment? How long is it going to take to make the adjustment?
Yeah, I think Cap will be in a good spot, man. What we're seeing is they're utilizing multiple ball handlers, and they're pushing the ball ahead. So sometimes Mitchell, you saw in this game where Mitch grabs a rebound, he's throwing it all the way down. It's McCall down there trying to get the seal on a mismatch, or we saw OG do that a lot in the regular season, trying to get that seal on the mismatch. So a lot of guys can throw it ahead, bring the ball up, and then, hey, you find Cap when he's off ball, or you find Cap in more advantageous situations. So I like how that's looking, man. Just finding him in different looks and getting into the offense a lot quicker. You know, getting it over half court, spraying it ahead, and then you get into your offense right away.
Yeah, I think that's directionally correct, is that you're going to see Mitch, instead of getting that board or Cat getting the board and waiting for JB to run around him and just hand it off to him nice and easy. It's just going to go whoever's down court. And you know what? That's going to be Bridges a lot because he's fast and he's active. It's going to be OG a lot because he's fast, he's active, which means by definition, they're going to get more shots, right? They're going to be shooting the ball more.
For sure. And look, we'd even see Josh Hart. That's another guy to even mention that's going to be doing some playmaking for this team as well. And look, I was rewatching the first game against the Sixers out in Abu Dhabi, and then you look even today, they're looking to get Bridges more involved as a playmaker. They're looking to do that. And that was an underutilized aspect of his game. We saw that he has that capability out in Brooklyn. So it's just to CP's point. Like, there's going to be so many people that you could just trust with the rock at this point, and that's going to be Mike Brown's philosophy. I mean, look, you can see Mitchell Robinson getting the board, just quickly looking ahead. Who's open? Get the ball out. Next guy, keep pushing the ball up. I mean, I think I saw it was 2 passes. Mitch, I forget who it was to, essentially got the ball to half court, then from half court to the free throw line on the other side in just 2 passes in the span of like 1 to 2 seconds before even the shot clock gets down to 20. And I think that's just going to be the whole thing, is just pick up the pace. Let's get those good looks and opportunities. Let's make the game easier instead of slowing it down and having this possession more.
Shamet looking good today too, yeah, CP? Looks like he's fighting for a spot.
Yeah, hey, you know why? Because Gary Bird is on his ass. Pause. Gary Bird is out there.
Hey,
Garrison Matthews is not playing games out here, man. He's playing for keeps. He wants a roster spot. So I like that, man. It's like a little Kumite, a little iron sharpens iron in this situation, man.
CP, it's early, man. I got the flag, all right?
No,
it's early. All right, but relax.
Sorry, man. I got
family show, afternoon show. It's a matinee, people.
Family show, man. It's a little too early for this, but I'm in preseason mode. I'm in preseason mode.
Matthews,
yeah.
Also looked great today. I mean, this kid's got quite a stroke. Pause. Yeah, it's just lots of upside there.
Yeah, definitely lots of upside. So
we got a flag for you too, Jake. Just watch out.
I can do this too, man. I can do it all day.
So yeah, gonna be interesting to see how, which one of those guys ends up with the spot. I would have to think Shaman still has the inside track, but Matthews is an intriguing option. But it's like Clyde said on the telecast, and Clyde's just so sharp, he hasn't skipped a beat. He is still a one-dimensional player at the end of the day. He's very good, very good three-point shooter, but that's why he hasn't caught on with all the teams that he's been on. He's been one of those, Kyle Korver types, which every team can use, but with Shamet, it is redundant, so only one of those guys will get the spot. I'll tell you guys,
situational, right?
Yeah, situational. Totally situational either way. But one of the guys I like right now, Deuce, looks like he's in good form. Deuce McBride looks like he's in good form, man. And in this game, again, we're getting to see Deuce with different lineups, different rotations, with Clarkson and Brogdon, with Clarkson and JB, and then with the starters. We got to see Deuce with the starters late in the second quarter. So Mike Brown utilizing Deuce in a number of different ways, man, and Deuce just looks super fluid. Defense is on point, and the jumper's looking good, man.
Yeah, he's in his 5th year, right, Alex? I mean, this is the year he should be confident. He should be reliable. All of those things should be how we're talking about Deuce, as opposed to Deuce as a spark plug, and we'll see what we get. You're a little nervous when he's coming out year 2, 3, 4. Like, what are we going to get? Now you know what you're going to get.
Yeah,
it's clear.
Exactly, Jake. Exactly. And look, let's also keep it a bean. It's that his contract, he's got one more year after this, so he's got to be thinking, hey, I got to get ready for the next contract, because he took a mass, we got him for 13 mil, right? He's in the 2nd year of his contract. He's getting paid 4.3 this year. He's going to get paid 3.9. It's a descending contract that he has. So he's definitely thinking about the next bag too. And it's like you can't just stay what he's done last season, the year before that. You have to show that you've added to your game, and he has to be a commodity around this league. And he's probably thinking he probably wants to stay in New York, and you got to make them compete to keep his services. So got to show that you can improve your game as well.
Yeah, no question about it, man. Let me hit the reset real quick. Salutes everybody in the chat once again. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel. Beautiful Saturday here in New York, and hope it's the same for you wherever you guys are at, watching around the world. Knicks Nation, you guys know we are deep. If you are new in the chat, leave us a hashtag new. We'll shout you guys out, and also throw your cities, throw your country, your state, wherever you guys are repping, throw your flags in the chat and let us know, man. But we know one thing, everybody's rocking the same flag here on this show. The number one show for the fans, by the fans, man. CP the Fanchise, Jason Calacanis, Alex Trataros, the Tratacaster in the building. Call us up in the Discord. This one's going to be a bit more rapid fire. We'll pick it back up on Monday, but this show's going to be a bit more rapid fire. So call us up in the Discord ASAP if you want to get your thoughts in on today's game. I want to shout out a super chat that has come in. Shout out to SendMail7, $10 super chat says, good game, go Knicks. Put a like and subscribe for your boys. So shout out to SendMail7 in the building. We have a couple more franchise channel members. Ruben Perez, K Hub, Robert K Barney. Welcome. Dolfo D, welcome to the chat, man. Welcome to the show. All right, so looking good so far, man. Looking good so far as the Knicks will return home from Abu Dhabi. 2-0 up on the Sixers, and then they'll play the Timberwolves. Julius and Gobert and Ant-Man come to town on Thursday. Get right to it.
Don't forget Dante.
And Dante. Can't forget about the big Ragu. Can't forget.
Hey, did you guys see that Tom Thibodeau was over at a Timberwolves practice?
Tibbs was there. Yup.
Whoa, what's that about? A little trolling?
Yeah.
Real world trolling?
No, you know what it is? Tibbs does that. Like, he did that before he came to the Knicks, where he goes to different camps where his friends are. And as he said, when he first came to the Knicks, he would go there, do some recon, share some intel, as a coaching vet, and kind of just hang out. He did that before he came to the Knicks as well. He's a lifer, man. He has no life. What else is he going to do? He's got to pretend that he's getting ready for training camp. He's got to pretend. Even that, he's got to go. They're creatures of habit, these coaches, man. He's got to go through it like it's a real thing.
He might still feel salty after getting canned by the Knicks. So he's probably like, Julius, I never want to let you go.
Yeah.
You don't want Cat.
I think maybe he went to clear out Julius's locker and get some of that kush or whatever he was on.
Yeah.
Drown his sorrows in the sour diesel. I don't know. Maybe we can do a little retirement ceremony for Kolik. Congratulate him for his effort here, but he's done, right?
Gotta be.
No room.
I don't know.
No
I don't know.
Well,
the thing is, when you think about trade scenarios with Tyler Kolek, it's like, does the team out there want him? That's going to be the tricky thing when they're settling, when they're deciding between Kolek and Diarra. What's the trade market looking like for them? Diarra is at least a first round pick. Kolek's 25-year-old second round pick.
And the thing is, and we talked about it during the Summer League, man, and some were saying that we were overreacting, watching him play, and you just saw guys taking Kolek's lunch out in Summer League, man. And then, you get Brickley Sweet saying, hey, Summer League's not the same as, regular season playing with the actual NBA players. And then you look at even a preseason game, and you haven't really seen much improvement. And he had games last year where you're like, oh, wow, this is encouraging, but it's very discouraging to see that there hasn't been a bigger leap. Not even necessarily a big leap, but just even a step forward, right? Because for this team, you're going to need someone that can just not only play make, but score, and we haven't seen anything like that. Even the playmaking has taken a step back. He looks frazzled out there right now. What do you think, J. Cal?
Well, Shanghai Sharks or Beijing Ducks. There's got a lot of options ahead of him. I think you get that General Tso's, get the soup dumplings. It is what it is, folks.
Oh, man.
It's a business, man. If you're not a two-way player in 2025 in the NBA, if you cannot play D, the stakes are higher here. Something has changed in the last decade where if you can't play both sides of the court, there's just not a place for you unless you're like, I mean, I wonder how Carmelo Anthony, I don't want to be sacrilegious here, but how he would be looked at in today's NBA as somebody who wasn't expected to play D. Nobody expected him to play D, nor would he play D. Like, where would he fit in? You know, like people might look at him very differently.
Yeah, with Tyler, more lackluster numbers today. He finished with, where did he finish at? 2 for 8 from the field for Kolek, 4 points. No assists, right out? No assists for Kolek. So I'm looking in the box score. No assists. So not too great of a showing, but it is what it is, man. This is a team with championship caliber aspirations, man. It's a team with championship caliber aspirations, man. So
it is what it is. And you know what, the big thing that we should all be, I think, really excited about is people want to play for this team. People want to play for this team. They would rather fight for a spot here than just take, a slot on a losing team. And so we've really turned a corner when so many people want to be here.
Yeah.
That's something people are forgetting. If you've been here since day one on Knicks Fan TV, get the membership, support the show. I mean, we're not like a cellar dweller anymore. It's not 17 wins. It's not 22 wins. This is a 56 burger team, 54 burger team, depending on how we run it. And we have a lot of luxury this season. It's going to be luxurious to not have to play Mitch back-to-back games, to not have to play people 38, 42 minutes. Like, let's make sure OG and Mitch are available. Deep into the postseason and fresh. That's the most important thing for this team.
No question about it, man.
We have the talent.
Shout out to, we got 2 more super chats in the building here. Shout out to Forever Allah, $5 super chat, number 3 on the chat leaderboard. Salute to Forever Allah. Just want to show love, man. No comment, just showing love. Shout out to Forever Allah. Shout out to my 2 cents. KFTV day 1. I swear they don't miss a show. Daytime, nighttime, no matter the day, no matter the game, they don't miss a show, man. Assuming Mitch starts, who's our real 6th man? Deuce, Hart, Clarkson. Looks like a dogfight. CP, Alex, J. Cal. Let's go Yankees. Let's go Yankees tonight.
Let's go Yankees.
Protocol. Al, kick it off, man. Who's the 6th man?
I think it's got to be Josh Hart, right? Has to be. Right? I think just because what he offers from a do-everything standpoint, I think he's going to be that guy. Like, McBride will probably be it's either going to be McBride or Clarkson competing for it. But I think it's going to be Josh just based on the season that he had last year, the rebounding that he offers you, the hustle that he gives you. I think all of that will kind of thrust him into that 6-man role. Also, there has to be a level of respect for players, too. You just can't. He was a starter last year. He's been a great asset for this team, even though it's not Tom Thibodeau. It's Mike Brown at this point coaching this roster. You can't just say, all right, you had career year last year. Even with the comments saying that you started to run out of gas in the postseason, there has to be a little bit of respect from the coach to the player and say you can't demote him from being a starter to now being the 7th guy off the bench or even further. So I think it will be the 6th man. And then from there, you got to evaluate his play. And maybe if Deuce is playing better or Clarkson's playing better, then you'd say those guys can move up. But I think Josh gets the 6th man right from the rip.
Jay Cal, your thoughts?
Yeah, I got to go with that. Same logic. On a culture basis, he's your culture guy. He'll do whatever it takes to win, and he sacrifices his body every night. He plays at a high energy level. We didn't see what we needed to see from him in the playoffs. It was inconsistent, but his heart's in it. No pun intended. And then after that, it's Deuce. But it also depends on who does coach want to rest? Who does he want to, in that starting lineup, the big 5? Is he going to just take Mitch out immediately? And then, maybe, or does he want to get Brunson some rest? I think there's also a strategy there of like how we're managing minutes. I don't want to, we don't need to be minute police this year because we're playing 9 or 10 players, but that is also going to play into it. I think the French connection, Yabu and Diarra are going to surprise people, and they're going to put pressure on Deuce, and they're going to put pressure on Hart for minutes. So when we look at that box score at the end of the game, It'd be very interesting to see who has 15 minutes, who has 10.
Yeah. I think it could be Deuce, man. I just like this new look Deuce. The energy from Deuce right now. He's regular season ready. That Eastern Conference Finals loss did not sit well with him. He had an up and down playoffs, and I think he's going to take over as the leading scorer of that Knicks bench. It's going to be hard to predict how much Hart can score given the finger, because is he going to shoot? His shooting confidence, you have to think, is going to take a bit of a hit. But what you can rely on Hart is, at least from an assist standpoint, playmaking, making the good plays, being the connector, getting rebounds. He should be there for them. But I think from a scoring standpoint, I think Deuce is going to be the one to pace that bench, especially if he gets steals some of Hart's minutes with the starters. I think Deuce.
The chat wants.
What do you know, CP? What do you know?
There's a Clarkson
I'm just saying, man. People are saying Clarkson?
A lot of Clarkson hive in the chat room. I didn't expect to see that.
Okay.
I am not liking his game so far. He feels like he is not a culture fit right now. I need to see him play for the team, not himself. I don't like this ISO, dribble. He's a ball stopper right now, so I got my concerns. But he's got to earn our trust.
You're right. That's Clarkson for you, man. That's Clarkson. Every year we have that one guy in the roster that puts the cardiac Nick. This year's Clark. Last year was Campaign. This year's Clarkson.
Cardiac candidate of the year.
Clarkson. One
For
game
sure.
watch. He's gonna have a couple of those where it's just like going crazy off the bench. He might have a 30-piece one night, hit a crazy shot from like downtown. Clarkson's gonna have one of those games, and then he's gonna have
off his foot.
Yeah, then he's gonna have like an 0 for 10 night where he's bricking away. That's the experience.
Pass it behind his back into the second round.
Yeah.
I can totally see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now.
All part of the experience. But yeah, I think Deuce, man. What do you guys think in the chat? Let's put a quick poll up in the chat and see what the people think. In the meantime, let me load up the Discord, because like
Clarkson,
I said, we gotta
better than Campaign. Okay.
yeah. I'm taking Clarkson better than over the Campaign for sure. Definitely taking Clarkson.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Better than Frank too.
Yeah. Let me get SDG Nick in here on the Discord. STG, are you there? STG Nick. Do we have STG Nick going once?
Hello.
Yes.
What's up, guys?
How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of glad these two are done. The odd times with Thursday being noon and today 11 a.m.
Yeah.
But excited to get back to the Garden on Thursday. But from this game here, I mean, really just looking at it from the perspective of the first half, it was good to see OG. I thought OG was one of my big bright spots.
Yeah.
Especially considering they called it like a hand sprain. I don't know. It looked good to me. Looked like I saw him his first three hit in the corner. He did his little hop after the shot. So I was like, oh, he looks back. And the jersey was untucked, so that was good to see too.
Yeah.
Shot the ball efficiently. And Mikel too, like one of the big things that Brown I definitely feel like is pushing is like pace.
Yes.
And like they get the ball, they're just zooming down the court. I saw Mikel, like, where was this last year? Like today he like didn't look scared of contact. He was driving into the basket.
A lot of drives and layups from Mikal Bridges, man.
Yeah, 4 for 4 from the field, no 3 attempts. He had some nice, layups. He had a few mid-range. Thought he was solid. And then you touched on it a little bit earlier, but the Gotham lob is back to Mitch. The one from OG was nice in transition. And then he had another one early on too. But it's good to see that they look for him there. And also I noticed early on in Towns' minutes in the first quarter, they had him a lot on the perimeter, which was like definitely different. On the wing, which is a different look for sure. But, I thought it was a good win, just like from the first half, just looking at like things that kind of matter at this point.
Yeah. How about Mitch, man? What'd you think about Mitchie, man?
Oh, yeah, no, I like how they were looking for him. Looks very good. I was thinking like this is the first regular season he's going into healthy in like a few years. So you can definitely see it. He looks in great shape. He looks excellent. So hopefully, they monitor everything throughout the course of the year, and he's able to, play 70, 75% of the games. I think that'd be excellent. And then it's also weird how, it's like today, Brogdon was, one of the first guards off the bench in the first half, but, last game it was Landry.
Yeah.
When the regular season starts, who do you think is going to be that guard off the bench? It's going to be Deuce, Clarkson, or pretty much Givens, but do you think it's going to be Brogdon?
Yes, yeah. I think it'll be Brogdon.
100%.
Yeah, I think it'll be Brogdon. Shaman's kind of redundant when you have Deuce and Clarkson out there.
Definitely, much agreed.
Good insurance for sure. But look, like it's a good problem to have to slide him all the way down the bench. So just put it that way.
Oh yeah, definitely for insurance purposes and everything.
Yeah.
Are you going to be there for any of the preseason games or no?
I'll try to pull up. I think Eric L. Beats in the chat. Did you say there's the open practices next Saturday? Did you hear that?
Next
SDG?
Saturday.
What time?
Yeah, next Saturday, 1:00.
All right, I'll pull up for that. I'll be there. I'll be in the building for that for sure. Yeah, 1:00 next Saturday, right?
Yep, 1:00 next Saturday.
All right, cool. All right, I'll see you there, man. SDG on the Discord. Salute to you, man. All right, that's our guy, STG Nick, on the Discord. Once again, call us up on the KFTV Discord if you want to get in ASAP, because we're going to wrap up in just a short. Let me drop off STG Nick real quick. CP the Fanchise, Alex Trataros, Jason Calacanis in the building. Let's go to Rainman NYK. Rainman, are you there?
You can hear me?
Yes. What's your name? Where you calling in from, man? First time caller?
Charles Rainey, man, from New York.
Charles Rainey, Fanchise channel member. How you doing, man? Welcome, man.
Doing good, man. Doing good. Just a couple of things, man. First of all, how you doing, Alex? How you doing, J. Cal?
Doing well.
Oh man,
doing
I'm
well.
happy. I feel like a junkie who got his fix with these last 3 games, man. Woo, I got my fix.
Yo, J. Cal texted me this morning like, yo, I never been so hyped for a preseason game. And that's how I've been feeling, man. I woke up before my alarm clock, and I went to sleep late.
Same.
So, just real quick, man. I think the Deuce is going to be 6, man. If anybody gets, it's going to be Deuce. I think the offense for him this year is pretty free flowing. He has more opportunities. So I just feel like Deuce is going to be the guy that's going to do his thing this year. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I like how Deuce is looking, man, and seems like in the offseason that he worked on various aspects of his game. You just want to see just little things to round out his ball handling. You know, the mid-range jumper is looking good so far, but his on-ball defense, man, I love it. And like I said, we saw a Deuce in a lot of different lineup variations in this game alone. And especially with the starters, that's going to be very interesting. I think Deuce, if he stays healthy, he should be okay. Because remember, last year he had the knee inflammation, he had the hamstring injury, so Deuce couldn't really get into a consistent flow pretty much all year long. Absolutely.
Not only that, though, but he affects the game on both ends of the floor. You know, Clarkson is offensive. Yabu, I think he's still trying to get adjusted. The same thing with Clarkson. Remember, he came from Utah.
Yeah.
But I think those two are gonna be just fine. But I like how Deuce is looking, man. He's looking good out there, man. He's all over the floor. He's scoring. He's playing defense. It looks like he's ready for this year, man. Whatever happened last year, I really think that he's fully ready.
Yeah. And the chat is agreeing with you, man. 64% so far. I think Deuce will be the 6th man this year for the team. 64% for Deuce right now.
27% Hart,
yeah.
11% Clarkson.
OG looked great.
Yeah.
I was a little concerned with the hand thing because we all know how OG is.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that he came out. He was ready to roll. The starting five to Deuce is good. I'm still worried about Hart. I'm still worried about the back a little bit. We're not really sure what the outcome is that going to be throughout the season. So that's why I want to kind of pump the brakes in regards to the 6-man candidate for Josh Hart. I don't know if he'll be able to do that, but I do know that he's going to be doing what Josh does, all over the floor, affecting the game in different ways. That's what we need Josh to do.
100%, man. Charles Rainey, Fanchise channel member. Appreciate you, man. Well, welcome aboard too, man. Officially, man.
Yeah, man. My first time calling, man. Real quick, CP. You gonna be at the you guys going to Miami this year?
Yes.
In October?
Yes. October 26th. That'll be the first Road Warriors meetup. We'll be in Miami, man. So stay tuned for more details. You coming down? You gonna meet us?
I'm coming. I got my ticket. You know, the wife is letting me go because of you guys. So I appreciate
There we go, man. Congratulations, man. Do me a favor. Send me a message with like your seat information and everything like that, so we make sure we can connect. And we'll also put the details out about the pregame meetup and all that good stuff.
Got you, man. Appreciate it. Thank y'all for taking the call.
Sure. Charles Rainey, man. Rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. Good takes by Charles, man. Good takes by Charles, man. For sure. Okay, hang on.
Only
here.
29 threes, CP. Only 29 threes. He wants us to do
Attempted?
40.
29 threes attempted to this game.
Yeah.
Okay. How many did we have last game? It was closer to 30, right?
It was over 30, yeah.
Oh, yeah. About over 30. Let me get J. Cal back here up on the screen. So to everybody in the chat once again, hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. CP the Fanchise, Alex Trataros, Jason Calacanis on the ones and twos.
Had 39 threes last game.
39 threes. Yeah. Okay.
Attempted, yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me shout out to a couple more super chats, and then we'll have Say Quizzy close us out. Shout out to Mr. J. Russ, a Fanchise channel member for 29 months. Mr. J. Russ, salute to you, says, put Kolick in the trunk. Lackluster in another summer league performance. Championship team, the champion the players. Let's not blow it. Let's go KFTV. Shout out to Mr. J. Russ. So, all right. So he's saying it's time to finish off the Tyler experiment. Okay. Shout out to Soup 5142, number one in the chat leaderboard, $10 super chat. Says Knicks are going to win 60 games this year if everyone remains healthy. He says Tosan was a sneaky good get on a two-way. Oh, Tosan, deep team. Okay. So he likes Tosan on the two-way. To be honest, Al, I thought Jabari Walker was right there. Why didn't they just pick up Jabari Walker on a two-way deal, man?
Hey, man, look, from all the guys that they had in Summer League, they're probably thinking, look, we want to give McCullough. They want to make sure they had room for a deal. They were thinking about all those guys that we saw at Summer League. So it's not shocking, but at the same time, we're in a different class, as we've been discussing, than what Philly's in. Philly's looking for talent right now.
Yeah, I mean, they need somebody who can play.
Look, you see Paul George and you see Joel Embiid chilling in their street clothes just on the regular, and now you got Quentin Grimes, who they just signed to a 1-year deal, right? They're trying to figure out their own situation. They have no idea what's going to happen for that team. For us, if we signed him, how many minutes is he going to get, man? I mean, we got a longer window.
Not necessarily get minutes, but like he's a young player with potential, man. Like it was a two-way. It cost him nothing.
I understand that, but like. You still need to, like, he's probably still going to get some playing time with Philly, man.
Absolutely.
The way that this team's
that's
what I'm saying.
Maybe he chose to do that, compared to other teams. I don't know what his offers were. Well, maybe he said, look, Philly gives me a chance to play. Because he was a restricted free agent. He left Portland as a restricted free agent. He's probably like 23 years old. Very young. Yeah,
man. And look, if you're looking at Philly and looking at teams around the league and you're earning yourself for a regular NBA contract and try to get yourself out of a two-way, you got to look at the situation that's going to give you the most opportunity. Philly, you can guarantee that someone's going to miss time. Even if that with Grimes, Maxey, they're going to be missing time, man. That team dealt with a lot of injuries last year. I'm not upset that the Knicks didn't go out and get him. Look, we're not going to really see McCullough. We're not going to see Diarra that much. Yeah. Most of these guys are going to stay in the G League. This guy is looking for his career, trying to move forward. He's like, look, New York, cool. He'd be like, who's that player that was on Toronto that won a ring? It was on Golden State. I forget his name. He did
Toronto,
back to back.
Toronto and Golden State. I'll remember. Not Toscano Anderson, right?
No. Okay. But it was like a guard that didn't have any playing time. I'm gonna figure it out.
All right, cool. All right, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. Al, did you see any post game interviews flying around anywhere on the Knicks channel or NBA channel? Let me know if you find that. In the meantime, let's go to Say Quizzy to close us out. Say Quizzy on the Discord, close us out, fam.
Y'all can hear me?
Loud and clear. How you doing?
Good win tonight. I love the ball movement right now.
Yeah.
Like to start the game, they had OG create his own shots while Brunson just like running around.
Yeah.
He's hitting his threes.
Patrick McCall. Al.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's the name.
Sorry, Say Quizzy. Go ahead.
Yeah. They throwing lobs to Mitch. They starting to learn. Don't do no bounce passes.
You got to hand it to him perfectly. You got to place it right in the block that sponsor's hands, and they did that very well today, man. I loved it.
In the playoffs where they just bounce pass, Mitch lose the ball. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Nah.
Just lob it up, let him dunk the ball.
Yeah.
I like to see that. Bridges looking comfortable now. He's taking some contact, a little layup.
I
never seen that. We need those. Don't be afraid to take a layup, get some fouls in. But I like Huck Porty right now. His energy, like out of the
Yeah.
young guys, I think he's 100% should be playing. Like anybody else, maybe Daddy if injuries happen, Kolick, I'm not so sure about that. But Huck Porty energy, I love it. Like the floaters he got, rebounds, the
And
hustle.
one thing with Huck, man, and even in summer league, like just sitting closer to the team, just hearing it, he talks a lot. He talks a lot. He's very active hands. We saw the floater again today. We saw the floater on Thursday as well. So I'm liking it, man. I like what Porty's giving him. Good energy, like you said.
Yeah, we need those. Like even if he ain't scoring, we know he gonna play hard out there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
going to New York.
How about the
Timberwolves,
defense, man? What you think about all the defensive
I seen
effort
a little
overall?
zone.
Yeah.
They said they played a little zone. We need that, especially if Cat and Brunson playing. Could help them out a little bit. Could play some zone to throw it in there. I like to see that.
Yeah.
But now we're going to New York, play some Timberwolves. I'm hype. Hopefully Randall be sober. He don't be on the gas. And that's all I really got to say. I'm hype.
Hey man, they got a lot of new dispensaries popping up left, right, and center. Julius, stay away, man. Stay away.
You don't need that, Julius.
You don't need that. Yeah, absolutely, man. Say Quizzy, salute to you. Salute to Say Quizzy on the Discord, and salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel. Hey, man, this is fun. Preseason.
Fun time, man.
Preseason overreaction.
Never had this much fun in preseason, I'll tell you that.
Well,
Back in the day, it was looking at players like who can make it.
Yeah.
Who are we gonna buy into this year?
Yeah. But you know what? Look, preseason be damned. Like what I watch for the preseason is, are they kind of implementing some of the things that Brown talked about in media day and during training camp? And you're starting to see it. The pace, them playing better, playing faster, the way that they're moving Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson throughout the offense, their defense. You could see, like, this is a team that's really preparing here for the season. They're not just walking through. They played hard today, both teams. But the Knicks in particular, these last two games, their intensity and their focus is good, man. So we just give them time to lock in, get some chemistry.
Get acclimated to the new coach instantly. There's no, it feels like this has been pretty seamless. New coach, new system, everybody's bought in. I don't see anybody not bought in, and that's important. That's really important that they're all bought in.
Yeah. Alf, closing thoughts.
Well, I sent you a thing from with Mike Brown talking about Jalen Brunson starting to adjust to the fast pace. So I don't know if you want to play that.
Okay. Yeah. Let's run it real quick.
Oh yeah, that's critical.
And I did see they said Mark Sanchez got stabbed.
Yeah, Mark Sanchez got stabbed. That's
in
crazy.
Indianapolis. Wow.
Prayers to Mark Sanchez, man.
Prayers up to the Fanchise for sure, man. Definitely don't want to see that. It's crazy time, man, that we living in. But hope he pulls through for sure. All right, let me pull up this Mike Brown commentary real quick. Let's react to it real quick, and then we will wrap, because, like I said, this is gonna be a rapid fire show, but we got to get to the important sound bites. All right, hang tight. Let me get Mike Brown in here. So to everybody in the chat, hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. This is a KFTV live, post-game live, complete overreaction show to the Knicks preseason victory over the Sixers. Here we go. Here's Mike Brown.
Jalen, he's starting to adjust. You can see it. I think this is going to be good for him, because you can see how much space he has when he brings the ball. And again, if you want to pressure a guy like Jalen with that much space, it's a pretty good chance that he can make you pay for it. And so I like that aspect of it. And then, him just getting used to run, and still be effective, whether you're on the ball or off the ball. It was great to see. You could see he's starting to get his feet underneath him a little bit and understand how to play at that frantic pace and still be effective and know where his shots are going to be or come from.
And Jalen Brunson going 5 of 10 from the field today. Mike Brown said, man, you could see his adjust. Cap is a pro, man. I'm not worried about Cap. They will adjust and they will adjust one way or the next. If it's going back to his style a little bit, hey, you go back a little bit. If it's more on Brown's style or what Brown wants to see, you'll see that as well. They'll find that happy medium to make sure that this team is successful. Like Brunson said, Brunson said a couple times this week, it is still basketball at the end of the day. Just what they're doing, some of the nuances, some of the terminology may be a little bit different. So I just think with this offense, we just want to see more people getting involved, handling the ball, adding more versatility to the offense so that you're not just thinking, oh, it's all going to be in Brunson's hands for him to deliver, and he's pounding the ball, pounding the air out of the shot, the time out of the shot clock. No, we're going to get different guys involved, and when it comes to shove, if we got to get it to him with 10 seconds left, we know he's going to make his move and he's going to cook. That's Captain Clutch. So I'm good, man. I'm confident that Jalen's going to be just fine with this coach in this system.
Yeah, and that's the whole point, right? The whole point of this roster for the depth, the speed, everything is so that these guys don't have to work 2-3 times as hard as we had to watch them last year, especially in the postseason. So for someone like Brunson, if you can get contribution from all your teammates and then you're fresh and ready to go in the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, you can get to any shot you want, it could be a much effective basketball team that way. And look, honestly, like when I saw Brunson step out there, because I couldn't catch game one since I was at my 9 to 5, I see today, I'm like, yo, why is this guy looking even a little bit more lean, ready to run?
Yeah.
He was a little bit stockier in the last couple of seasons, like ready to body players in the post. This season, looking a little slim, man. Looking ready to run for that Mike Brown offense.
Yeah, Cap's looking ready, man. J. Cal, final comment to you.
Yeah, I was going to touch on exactly what Alex said. In the last 5 minutes, you can go to the clutch player of the year and let him do what he does and just expect he's going to win us a lot of games. But for the other 43 minutes, we need to keep that ball movement going. And just when you see them get that third, fourth, person involved in each possession, sometimes 5, it just wears the defense down on the other side. It just gives you such an advantage because then they're going to be tired on their offensive sets and easier to guard. So get that extra pass in, and we're going to make our lives a lot easier. And Tibbs made it hard. These guys were playing a lot of minutes, and it was not a great offensive system. It's a bad offensive system. Let's call it what it was. It was just so frustrating last year. And that frustration for Knicks fans is going to go away this year. We're going to feel a lot better when we watch our team on offense. Defense hasn't been a problem. Offense has been a problem. Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit.
Yes, sir. There we go, man.
This is the best chance at a chip since the Ewing era.
Absolutely. Great show, guys. Shout out to Jerome Bernasconi, Fanchise channel member in the chat. Says, I was at the game. Coach Mike is doing real coaching, talking to the bench and young players as soon as they sub and during intermission. Huge difference. Everybody seems to be bought in. Yeah, that's the the honeymoon phase of a new coach. Everybody wants to accomplish the same goal. Everybody's going to tap in, and let's see how long that lasts. But so far, so good. Good run for the team, and hopefully safe travels to them back to the States when they take on the Minnesota Timberwolves at home at the Garden on Thursday. We'll be back on Monday, lunchtime edition of the show. Take another crack at this thing, man. J. Cal, excellent job, man. Appreciate you for joining us, man. Al, great show as well.
Privilege.
Good debut for you guys. And salute to the replay gang, of course. Remember that this show is available in audio podcast format. No reason to miss it. You can catch us on all major podcast platforms. All we ask from you in return, hit the like button, hit the share button, share it in your group chat, your Twitter, your Facebook, whatever the case may be.
Join as a member.
And join as a member.
That's most important. That builds the floor. That's the subscription revenue we need to keep this thing going.
Absolutely, man. Join as a member. Subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you guys, man. All right, guys.